What's up everyone, Dan here, and today I'm going to be doing my recap of sorts for 2016 for me and YouTube and this channel in general. So 2016 has been a pretty successful year for my channel. I mean, I've got quite a few views this year, ranked up quite a lot in subscribers, had some very popular videos and videos that I'm quite proud of, doing well, and just overall 2016. And I know this is kind of like a bit of a usual comment because it's of course kind of a relative thing with YouTube, but I feel like this has by far been the best year for me in YouTube. But naturally, you would say that anyway because the only way is up, and whatever, something like that. So 2016, I've just really enjoyed this year, not only just for YouTube, but also for games, for movies, for TV as well. So much stuff that happened, and came out. Uncharted 4, you had the Euros, which I watched. Banshee ended. We've got Westworld, Quarry, Outcast. Loads of stuff happened that I was really looking forward to for this year. And this is just going to be kind of a short overview of 2016, not just for the channel, but also for things that I liked in 2016 as well. And I will be doing a plans video for 2017 once we head into 2017, so expect that sometime next week. Before I get into the overview, I just want to say I'm sorry that I haven't been as active as I promised I would be during these 2 weeks of the Christmas break. I've just been really busy making my tribute video that I kind of forgot about my other videos other than my TV one because I was pretty much sorted for TV. Because I am working on a tribute video at the moment. I'm in the early stages of it, so it's not like it's going to be coming out within next week. No. It'll probably be sometime within the first 2 months of next year. I'm not really going to give a specific date because we know if there's one thing I'm shit at, it's giving dates and sticking to them. So I have kind of not been working on my games of 2016, but then yet again, there are still some games that I plan to play, so that list will probably be delayed, and some of the other lists as well. So let's get into it. Overview 2016. So let's look at it from the YouTube standpoint. Now, for this channel in general, I have done pretty well in 2016. My 3 most watched videos on YouTube all released this year. That was the Walking Dead Negan video, my Metal Gear Solid tribute video, and my discussion video on whether Rafe could be the best Uncharted 4 villain. All 3 of those videos, I think, have 3K plus views. I know my Negan one has like 18,000, and the Metal Gear Solid one has around about the 6K mark. So yeah, I'm really happy that those videos did well. Primarily the Metal Gear Solid and Uncharted video. I mean, the tribute video for Metal Gear Solid, that was a video I put a lot of time and effort into. The fact that it did so well meant a lot to me. And, the Uncharted 4 discussion video, like I said, those are my 2 kinds of videos that I'm really happy with when they do well. The Negan one, not so much. I don't really think that deserved 18k views, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, because, I mean, the audio quality was really bad in it for some reason. I had no clue why. Yet it somehow ends up with 18k views. I don't really understand that. But, yeah, the channel did pretty well this year. Of course, I also hit 100 subscribers, which I'm going to say it again, I'm very thankful for. I'm currently sitting at 141 as of making this video. And it's just been crazy. I mean, I think I started out the year with, I think, around about maybe 60 subs or 50. I can't really remember. But the fact that we've gone up by almost, 100 within the span of 12 months is really big, in particular for a channel like me with how active I am and the quality of the videos that I present. I'm pretty happy with those numbers and how well my channel has done this year. Not just for me, but for other people as well. I mean, quite a few of my friends have been doing really well on YouTube. I mean, the Gaming Front, who only just started doing YouTube, like, I think it was September 2015, he's already on almost 140 subs, which is incredible. I mean, it takes me 3 years to get to that, and he gets to there within a year, and I think that's fully deserved because his videos are of a much higher quality than mine. And I mean, just other people in general, or other friends on YouTube who've just done really well, and I'm really thankful for them that they're doing so well. Of course, also 2016 was also a sad year for YouTube, mainly because 2 of my favorite YouTube channels quit YouTube this year, and anybody who knows me will know these two channels. They are Ghost. They are Ghost and Greatness Debates. Two channels that I absolutely adore. I have followed these guys for about the past 3 to 4 years. I mean, Greatness Debates I followed since their beginnings, and Ghost I've followed since really early on in YouTube. Like, even before I created this channel, I had a separate channel, and I'd watched his video for ages, but obviously those two, they have left YouTube, and I'm really going to miss them, because not only were they genuinely nice people, like, I've had the opportunity to be able to not only, be able to speak to them in, like, group chats and things like that, but also for the fact that Ghost actually subbed to my channel, and he was, like, one of my biggest inspirations for creating my YouTube channel. It meant so much to me when he did subscribe, because it's also kind of weird in a way, someone that you've looked up to on YouTube for such a long time subs to you. It's kind of like this really big moment. It shows that these people, they cared about what I did, and the fact that Quan even, left comments on my videos was crazy, and it was just so nice to see that. And, these were two channels where everybody in them were honest people. They weren't arseholes or anything like that. They were genuinely nice people, and it's going to suck that they're not on YouTube. It really is going to suck. I've loved being able to talk to them. I mean, I still do now. I still talk to some of them. I always have a bit of a banter with Oscar about, foot champions, because we're just two casuals, I guess, that just play FIFA. But I really loved watching their videos, and I can only hope that they strive on to do good things at university. And yeah, well done to them, and they will be missed. And then, but also you had some good things. One of my other favorite YouTubers, Robin Gaming, he's done pretty well this year for his channels, and also quite a lot of other YouTubers have hit good milestones that I follow. And just overall, YouTube, not just for me, but for the channels I support and friends with, they've done really well, and I only hope that next year will prove to be an even better year for YouTube. And now we get on to the film list. There was quite a few films that I was looking forward to this year. Obviously, the big four for me were Deadpool, Batman v Superman, Civil War, and Rogue One. They were like the four movies that I was really looking forward to this year. And out of those four, I was pretty happy with Deadpool. I thought that movie blew my expectations away. I was really worried that movie was going to be really average, but it turned out to be probably one of the best movies of the year for me. Civil War, I thought, was a good film. I was a bit disappointed with some elements of it, like, for example, the villain. I didn't think he was very good. He was kind of unnecessary. But I still thought it was a good movie. Not the best MCU film. I don't think it's anywhere near Winter Soldier, but I still thought it was a good Marvel film anyway. Batman v Superman, really don't need to talk about that one. That was a very average movie. Even with the Ultimate Cut, my opinion on the movie has kind of changed since then. I really do think this is an average film. Pretty disappointing. And then obviously Rogue One. Rogue One was just really, really cool. Really awesome new depiction of Star Wars in a very gritty and realistic way. I very much enjoyed going to the cinema to see that. And there were some other films that I did watch as well. Jason Bourne, I think, was a really underappreciated movie. Everyone who says, oh, it's a shit film, I really disagree. I really enjoyed my time with Jason Bourne. It was a really cool action movie. And come on, let's just face it, it was better than The Bourne Legacy. Anything is better than The Bourne Legacy. But overall, I felt films were good this year. I know quite a few people who've seen way more movies than I have say that 2016 was a disappointment. And yeah, there were some. Batman v Superman was a disappointment. Suicide Squad was a disappointment. The Accountant, for me, slightly was a disappointment. But overall, I felt like 2016 for film was good for what I actually saw. I'm not a film critic, so I don't go to watch shit films. So from the good films that I've seen, 2016 has been good. So on the film front, yeah, very happy. Then, of course, with the TV front, the big one, of course, this year for me was Banshee, because, of course, it ended this year with the fourth and final season, and I was blown away. It was amazing. One of the best seasons of TV I've ever watched. 10 out of 10. Honestly, just watch the show already. Just please, just watch it. That was just awesome. We got, of course, The Walking Dead this year, which I was pretty mixed on. Wasn't a fan of Season 6 that aired earlier on in the year, and I'm not really a big fan of Season 7 that aired on that finished just. So, yeah, I wasn't a fan with that. There were some other shows, of course. It had The Flash, which I really enjoyed. Quarry was underrated brilliance. Outcast I really had a lot of fun with. Game of Thrones, Westworld, and to some extent Arrow Season 5 I kind of enjoyed as well. But I really just enjoyed TV this year as well. I haven't really seen any bad TV shows, just disappointing TV shows, which I guess is a good thing. I mean, nobody wants to watch a bad TV show, to be perfectly honest, but I really enjoyed TV this year. I mean, in particular, happy with the fact that Banshee Season 4 was as good as it was, because the fact that it ended on such a good high note really made me happy with TV. Like, if everything else had sucked, but Banshee Season 4 was the 10 out of 10 that it is, I would still be happy with TV this year. That's how much I was looking forward to it. And then, of course, for the last category, we have the games. Quite a few games released this year that I was looking forward to. Uncharted 4, Steep, Watch Dogs 2. You've also got other games that I was excited for, like Return to Arkham in some ways, I guess. Battlefield 1. Just a lot of games that came out this year. And I actually will admit, I brought quite a few games this year. I brought way more than I initially thought I would. Of course, my game that I played the most of and would probably say is my game of the year is Uncharted 4, obviously. I mean, I would just flat out say that now. People will be like, why didn't you save that for your game of the year video? It's pretty obvious that Uncharted 4 is my game of the year. It always was, always will be, for game of the year 2016. Well, I mean, I loved that so much, and I'm also going to give a shout out to The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine, which came out earlier in the year. I mean, I know I can't include it on my Game of the Year list because obviously it's a DLC, but if this was a game, if this was classed as a game on my Game of the Year, this would easily be number 2. It was just amazing. The amount of content you got from that DLC was crazy. That is proof that DLC can be amazing and still have good value. It was just one of the best DLCs I've played for a very long time. And then, of course, we had other stuff that came out this year. Watch Dogs 2, I felt was a very good improvement over Watch Dogs 1. Batman Return to Arkham was good, although I'd still had a few issues with the frame rates and the overall performance of the games. Steep, which I have only just brought, and I've only played about maybe 4 to 5 hours of. I've really been enjoying. It's kind of like that, that game that you can just play in your downtime if you just want to chill and play a game where it's not about challenge but rather just about having fun and just having a good time. Then I think Steep is the perfect game for that. It's really fun to play. And of course, Battlefield 1 is a good game. I just haven't really played a whole lot of it, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Like, I must have put about only maybe, I gotta be honest, maybe only about 7 to 8 hours in the multiplayer, and I haven't even beaten all the single player challenges. Like, I just have not played that game as much as I thought I would. I wouldn't say it's bad. I just don't think it's as addictive as everybody's trying to make it out to be. Like, I'm just not engrossed into it as everybody else. But overall, I thought gaming was really good this year. I didn't really have any major letdowns. I just haven't really had a whole lot of time to actually play the massive amount of games that I actually brought this year. And of course, there are other games that I have played that I don't own, like Quantum Break and Overwatch, the overrated crap. So, yeah, 2016 for games was good overall. And just overall, this year was really good. The only real bummer was the amount of awesome celebs that unfortunately died this year. I mean, fuck 2016 in that regard. Too many awesome celebs died this year. I mean, R.I.P. Carrie Fisher, David Bowie, all the rest. Like, so many people. That's the only thing I didn't like about this year, and that has nothing to do with any of the main topics on this video, but I thought I'd just get it out there anyway. But yeah, with that being said, that's kind of my summary for 2016. I've really enjoyed this year. Hopefully 2017 can be even better, and we get just as good at games, films, TV, whatever, whenever. So, with that being said, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching the video. Comment down below whether you thought 2016 was a good year in any of the departments that I've stated. And with that being said, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching and hope to see you again in 2017.